Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today in, well, a non-pre-recorded episode. Yes, that's very, I was going to say that's very correct. That's a weird way to phrase things, but yes, that's right. I'm back on my holiday, and I'm not going to be talking about my holiday immediately, I suppose. Because, we're still in a sort of cool-down period, I'll be talking vaguely things about it, and as stuff goes, I suppose. It's sort of like conversational fodder for many months, and honestly a lot of things happen on this holiday, so this will be the first time back, and I'm sort of in that post-holiday, so I'm not sure crash is the right word because I haven't really crashed, but anyway, good evening everyone. We're now in Fawnhollow. It's 11:04 PM on Saturday, September 16th, 2023. The start of the campsite is surprising, but wait, maybe campsite visitors only appear for when you log in? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm in sort of I'm not going to say post-holiday blues, because I'm not like sad or anything. It's just more like a post-holiday sort of like cool-down period where it's like, I landed yesterday. It was actually at a reasonable hour, so I could have actually recorded an episode yesterday, but I was like, I can't be bothered. And today has mostly been a day of recuperation and also doing things I need to do. So it's like, stuff I left over from, which I pushed from before the holiday to doing now. I was like, okay, I had to do that stuff. And also some other things over here, but mainly laundry. I did a lot of laundry today. I did like 3 loads of 3 loads of laundry, because I brought probably more clothes than I needed to. Actually, definitely more clothes than I needed to on my holiday. But so be it for me that I want to wear a different outfit every single day. But yeah, I didn't even mention where I went. I ended up going to, I shouldn't say ended up, Cherry. But I went to Croatia with quite a few of my friends, and yeah, but basically the activities that we did, I will talk about eventually. But right now, we're in the sort of a post-holiday moments where, I'm at home, I have so much laundry to do. I finished unpacking, I suppose, all the stuff I brought on holiday. You might be like, how much of it did you do yesterday? Actually, genuinely, what I was going to do was I was going to do all the laundry yesterday and do all the unpacking yesterday. But, I was talking to my friends about it, who dropped me off at my home anyway, and I was saying, like, I'll get started on laundry now. They were like, what, you're gonna get started on doing laundry now? And they were all like, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. And then I thought about it a bit more, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, why am I doing my laundry today? What's the difference to me if I do laundry today or tomorrow? And the answer is there isn't one. It's not like I'm in a particular need for all of these clothes. I have other clothes, obviously. Laundry can wait a day. I can give myself a day to catch up on all the like recreational things, which I like checking out videos and like shows and episodes of things which I missed from before, and play my games and stuff like that. Just give myself a bit of time to relax. So that's basically what I did. I just sort of chilled out for most of yesterday, and today was when I started doing stuff. I still took it relatively easy, because I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, my back hurts. And when I stood up and I was like, my muscles kind of ache as well. I guess it's something which I didn't really think about, but yeah, I did quite a few physical activities, I suppose, as a sort of tease of future conversations. Did some horse riding, scuba diving. We did quite a few walks about the place. During the holiday itself, didn't feel any pain. I was raring to go. So much so that I would say it was maybe a bit surprising, because I'm not, as I say, a very high energy person. A lot of time I'm quite low key, I think, when it comes to things. I tend to be a lot more reserved. I tend to be a lot more calm, but especially towards the end of holiday, when most people are sort of winding down, I was just like, yeah, let's go. For no apparent reason. I don't really know why whatsoever, but I think it was because the activities that we did towards the end were quite interesting ones, which I've not done before. So I was just like, whoa, this is really cool. And it sort of energized me in that regard. And keeping busy does energize me sometimes. It sort of depends, I like to do things, but my definition of do things can vary, I suppose, quite a lot, as can everyone's, I suppose. So yeah, today was mostly just doing laundry, repacking up not repacking up, more like unpacking my things here and there. Honestly, most of the things I ended up bringing were clothes, so most of it is just like drying right now. They're just like hung up around my place. Because I had to do 3 loads of laundry, which was a lot, it was, I had enough clothes to do, like I washed only the whites or almost whites, and then I washed the light colours and I washed the dark colours. Not that it really matters because, as I understand it, I'm pretty sure I looked it up ages ago, but like colour bleed hasn't really been a problem for like a decade now or something, and it was mostly caused, I can't remember if it was by the clothing or if it was by specific laundry detergents and like chemicals used in them, such that it doesn't really matter nowadays. You can wash them fine, and it only really would matter if you washed it on super high heat, which I don't. I wash things about around 30 degrees Celsius, because that's sort of like a general catch-all which works for like all our articles of clothing, not literally all, but most articles of clothing, I should say. But yeah, I basically just did a load of laundry, and I spaced out all the other stuff I was unpacking, so I would like, it's my pro tip, I suppose, whenever you have a big insurmountable task to do. I mean, this is pro tip for anything, is obviously just break it down into parts. It's a lot to be like, oh, I need to unpack literally everything I brought home for my holiday. So the first thing I did yesterday was unpack all like my souvenirs and things which I definitely needed to get out of my suitcase. Like I bought a load of like wine and like glass, which come in glass bottles, and I'm like, I don't want this to, I bundled it up in a lot of clothes to make sure that it doesn't break, I suppose, during transportation. But get them out there, get them out of the way, and I unpacked all the stuff which I essentially need. So like my phone, my charger, things like moisturizer, hairbrush, medication, etc., stuff which is like I need this tonight or tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning, which was this morning, I separated out like the laundry clothes and just like did the first load of laundry and put some stuff away, and then just in between each laundry, and then I played some games for a while. Then I went to do the next load of laundry and unpack more stuff, etc., etc. The only thing I haven't done today, which I should have done probably, was buy some food, because I don't have no food. I've eaten today. I've had very little food. Oh, sorry, not very little food. I don't have a lot of food, so there's not much like variety. Like I basically had like a brunch where I basically just had like more oat biscuits and cream cheese than usual, combined with like a frozen pastry, which I like what do I call it? It's sort of like a chicken pie thing, but it wasn't really a chicken pie thing. I think it's called like a chicken and mushroom puff pastry or something, whatever. Which has been frozen from before the holiday, and and tomorrow I'll be having some spaghetti probably, which I'll also probably go and buy stuff from go grocery shopping essentially. I was also very strongly considering doing delivery to me today, to be like, oh yeah, it's back from holiday, it's pretty normal to just have takeout food. But technically I landed yesterday and I did have McDonald's yesterday on my way back home, but I was very, very tempted for today to basically just order food. And I do have Uber Eats. Like I so rarely have takeout, like never. Basically the only times I ever do it is if I'm at like a friend's and we're like, hey, you want to like order in? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's order in. We don't have to like go out anywhere to eat food or whatever. So I basically never, for me personally, like just for myself, I basically never do delivery or takeout. In fact, I can't even think of a time I've actually ordered takeout just for myself. I think I've only ever done it if it's with like a group of people or etc. But nowadays with the advent of things like Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eat, I don't know any other services, but it's a lot more common. And I of course don't mean to demean anyone who does do it, because there's like nothing wrong with it. But the thing that just surprised me, I was like looking through Uber Eats, and what eventually pushed me to not do like order food is that, at least for where I live, ordering food, I was like, it's really expensive. Like I was looking at this place, this burger place, to be like, oh, let's have this meal. I had it before at a friend's house or whatever. I was going to order it, and I was like, it costs £20 to order like this burger and chips to my house. I'm like, that is crazy. £20 for a meal. Obviously if I was like, I'm not saying that restaurant food is cheap in the first place. If I was going out to a restaurant and I spent £20 on a meal, depending on what it is, If it's a, I would say if that's like a mid-class restaurant, I'd be like £20. Well, actually no, it's still quite like a cheap restaurant, £20 per person. But like, okay, I'm trying to think like the delineation between like a fast food meal, which would be like £5 to £8 or something, like definitely less than £10. You know, that would be pretty normal. And then like low amount of spending being from like, I guess 10 to 20, but still £20 feels like a lot for just like a burger and chips. I guess it's because I have that association of it being with like fast food, and like me going to Nando's, you know, I don't spend more than like £12 maybe at Nando's or something, and that's kind of what I can consider sort of like a cheap going out dining meal. Just like with surcharge on it's crazy. Like, I don't even know, can I even order Nando's on the Uber Eats things? I'm going to check it right now. I've also never used Uber, so I have an app. No, that's not true. I've used it once, I think, but again, it was with friends, and we were just like ordering food or something, and it was because it was like a £50 off like deal for first time users. I don't know if I can even order Nando's to me. Search Nando's. I guess because it's probably closed now because it's about 11 p.m. Did I do the good evening everyone? Right now it's 11:15 p.m. on Saturday 16th of September. I don't know. I guess I can't even order Nando's, which is kind of wild. I must be able to, but it probably is because it's closed right now. I just kind of wanted to see how much it would cost. So let's say I'll do it tomorrow at like a reasonable eating hour, like at 1 o'clock. Really? I can't get Nando's delivered? I don't live... I'm surprised I live too far from Nando's. Hold on. Maybe it's just the app doesn't show it for me. Order for a Nando's delivery. Oh, Nando's have their own delivery. Oh, brought to you. Oh no, they're only on Deliveroo. That's why I can't see them. Deliveroo, Nando's, oi oi cheeky Nando's, order Nando's delivery. So what would I normally get at Nando's? It's something like. Alright, I need to put my postcode in. Obviously, I'm not going to say that out loud because it's not even available in my area. That's crazy. I'm going to put my friend's postcode in then, because it'll almost be certain. What? Not available. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Not available in their area too. That's crazy. What? We don't even live that far from Nando's. I just kind of want to see what the surcharge is on the prices. Anyway, it kind of made me just be like, nah. Kind of wish I like lived more close to things, I suppose. But yeah, but the delivery prices of things are crazy. Like £20 for a burger and like chips. It's like, what? I guess it's not that crazy the more I think about it, because, you know, if I was like, I spent £20 at Nando's, I'd be like, oh, you know, that's like kind of a lot or something. But, you know, it's sort of like eating out at Nando's, but also having the delivery surcharge on top of that. And to be honest, it probably was like 15 to 20, not like exactly 20. But I will say, but you had to like spend £20 for a lot of these places for them to actually deliver to you in the first place. So I'm just like, I'm not ordering £20 of food. It's just like way more expensive than I expected to order food, I suppose. Which is weird because ordering groceries isn't that expensive from what I recall. I've only ever like done it once or twice or something, but you know, ordering groceries delivered to you is not that crazy. So ordering like these food is pretty insane. But again, you know, I do have to admit, the fact is you're basically paying for a convenience fee, and instead of having to go out to get your meal or whatever, you get it delivered to you. You know, obviously there should be a delivery surcharge on that, right? It's just more than I expected. Anyway, so I closed out of Uber Eats and did not order anything. So yeah, I didn't have a meal, but I feel like, especially when I was younger, it was one of my favourite things, like when coming back from, okay, it wasn't actually my favourite thing for a holiday, but one of my favourite things from returning from a holiday, you know, second to going through the airport, which nowadays I see as more of an inconvenience, I suppose. It's not as much of a liminal space and enjoyable experience when you're an adult, I suppose, but when you're a kid, it's kind of fun, right? But having to not, you know, coming home, you know, to your home and be like, oh, we've got no food. Looks like we have to order pizza, or we stop at KFC or go eat McDonald's. It's sort of just like, yeah, I guess I just kind of wanted to eat fast food when I was younger, which is, you know, not a revolutionary thing to say, to be honest. Like, of course, you know, a lot of kids would like to eat fast food, or if not fast food, like some sort of delivery meal, which they like, right? I don't know. I guess it's kind of like realities of being an adult. Of being an adult, not being a child. In the sense of being like, whoa, you know, I actually had to pay for this like food I'm like delivering now. I'm like, is £20 worth it to me? The evaluation of my own self was like, no, it's not, you know. Weirdly enough, you know, going to McDonald's and being like, oh, you know, paying £8 for a meal, despite that McDonald's is probably significantly worse than a lot of the meals that I could get delivered for like £15 or £20 on these apps. You know, McDonald's feels significantly better to me, because I'm just like, yeah, you know, that meal is worth about £8, but I was like, the meal I was going to get delivered, I suppose, on Uber Eats is like, oh, that's not worth £15. Or technically, I should say £20, because a lot of them don't do, won't do £20 minimum delivery. I don't know, it's just weird to think about, and I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. And by haven't really thought about it, I mean, like, I've never thought about it, because I just don't get food delivered to me. Except for when I was younger, you know, sometimes we ordered like Domino's pizza, because it used to be like the only thing, at least where I used to live, where it'd be the only thing I could get delivered. I think also I could get like Chinese food delivered, but you know, I am Chinese, so had a lot of Chinese food, never really craved it from like a restaurant as a delivery. But you know, if you have, more power to you, is what I'd say. Yeah, I need to, what was I gonna do? Brewster. Let me entertain you. I forgot what I was going to do. I was going to talk to Sable, apparently. No, I was going to go... That's what I was going to do. I was going to... I can't remember how to play Animal Crossing anymore. I'm getting tied up. But Brewster... yeah. Sorry, just responding to something, but yeah, I'm going to. I just can't even remember what I was going to say anymore. I'm just like completely. My mind is like completely flooded. What am I even going to title this episode? Like, you know, post-holiday cooldown, something like that. Post-holiday wind down. That's probably seems more sensible. So yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, I guess I'll get started doing more things. I need to actually test myself for COVID, which is crazy to say, but you know, turns out one of the people I was in contact with over holiday has contracted COVID, unfortunately. I don't think I have any symptoms right now, but you know, it's always good to get tested, obviously. Especially about now I'm thinking about it, it does actually make buying groceries a little bit complicated, because if I can't leave my house, I don't know what I'm going to do about food. I'm going to have to get a lot of deliveries, I think. But that's okay, you know, that's a little path, of course. Certainly I'll see tomorrow if I'm feeling ill or not, but I don't actually have any COVID tests right now. I actually used the last of them before going on holiday, because, you know, I was worried if I would have COVID. But hopefully I don't have COVID, and if I do, then, you know, so be it, that's life, and I will, of course, you know, follow proper precautions and isolate myself. But yeah, and to get some COVID tests. That's about it, you know. I'll order some today. Because obviously, it's a weird thing where, like, I mean, nowadays you can't get COVID tests for free in the UK, I suppose, unless you're part of, like, I think, like, vulnerable group, which I'm not. But it's like, how do I get the COVID test if I think I have COVID? Like, obviously I don't want to leave and be like, oh, you know, give COVID to everyone, so what do? I don't know. But anyway, that's on me to sort out. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares greatly appreciated. Twitter, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now. Also, I have no backlog, so I need to record some videos.